Mysterious as shadows, deadly as the sharpest blade, who were the Persian assassins and how did they revolutionize the art of espionage? In today's story, we delve into the enigmatic world of the Persian assassins, an elusive group whose name became synonymous with stealth, strategy, and unparalleled skill in covert operations. Emerging from the mountains of Persia, they altered the course of empires through calculated moves in the shadows. Their mastery of espionage and targeted assassinations reshaped the Middle East during the medieval period, leaving a legacy that continues to intrigue us today. Our journey begins in the late 11th century, a time of political upheaval in the Islamic world. At the heart of this tale is Hasan-i Sabbah, born around 1050 CE in Qom, Persia. A brilliant scholar and theologian, Hasan was well versed in Islamic studies and philosophy. Disillusioned by the corruption of the Seljuk Empire, he embraced the teachings of the Ismaili sect of Shia Islam. Determined to establish a haven for his followers, Hasan set his sights on the fortress of Alamut. In 1090 CE, through cunning strategy, he gained control of this mountaintop stronghold without bloodshed. Perched high in the Alborz Mountains, Alamut, meaning eagle's nest, became the epicenter of a movement that would challenge the powers of the time. But how did Hasan's followers come to be known as the assassins? The origin of the term is a subject of debate among historians. One theory suggests it derives from hashashin, a word used by their adversaries. Some accounts claim the group used hashish to induce visions and obedience, but there's little concrete evidence to support this, and many scholars view it as derogatory propaganda. Alternatively, it could stem from Hasaniyun, meaning followers of Hasan, directly referencing their leader, Hasan-i Sabbah. While the exact origin remains uncertain, what's clear is that the term assassin became synonymous in the West with stealth and lethal precision. Hasan-i Sabbah established a strict way of life in Alamut. He abolished traditional laws and introduced his own rules. Luxury and excess were prohibited. Discipline and austerity were paramount. Violations could result in severe punishment, even death. Hasan focused on building a community dedicated to intellectual and spiritual pursuits. He amassed an extensive library, inviting scholars of various disciplines. Recruits underwent rigorous training encompassing intellectual development, studying theology, philosophy and sciences, physical training in martial arts and stealth, and spiritual education to strengthen their faith and dedication to the ideals of Ismailism. The assassins preferred targeted killings over open warfare. This strategy allowed them to combat more powerful foes effectively. One of their most famous acts was the assassination of Nizam al-Mulk in 1092 CE. The assassin, Bu Tahir Arani, disguised himself as a Sufi mystic to get close to his target. The assassination occurred near Nehavend as Nizam al-Mulk was traveling from Isfahan to Baghdad. This event sent shockwaves through the political landscape, leading to significant consequences. While the Ismailis were widely held responsible, some historians suggest that internal court rivals might have been involved, highlighting the complex politics of the time. Hasan's assassins also targeted other formidable figures. In early 1175 CE, during Saladin's campaign in Syria, they made their first attempt on his life near Aleppo. Although unsuccessful, it demonstrated their ability to reach even the most well-guarded leaders. The following year, in May 1176 CE, a second, more dramatic attempt occurred. Multiple assassins infiltrated Saladin's heavily guarded camp. Under the cover of darkness, they entered his tent. Saladin survived thanks to his chainmail and helmet, which protected him from the knife thrusts, though he did receive a minor cut on his cheek. Some of his men were killed during the attack, highlighting the boldness and skill of the assassins. These close calls compelled Saladin to reconsider his stance toward them. Recognizing the benefit of focusing his efforts against the Crusaders, he negotiated an agreement. The assassins ceased attempts on his life, and in return, Saladin refrained from attacking their strongholds. It was a strategic move for both parties in a complex political landscape. The assassins were adept at using psychological tactics to intimidate their enemies. Their reputation alone often instilled fear, causing rulers to hesitate in opposing them. By striking high-profile targets unexpectedly, they amplified their perceived reach and power. Their influence on political decisions was real, but it's essential to view it within the broader context of the era's intricate power dynamics. No dominion is eternal. In the mid-13th century, the Mongol Empire, led by Hulagu Khan, advanced into Persia with the intent to eliminate all opposition. In 1256 CE, after fierce resistance, Alamut fell to the Mongols. The fortress was destroyed, its extensive libraries burned, and many assassins were killed or dispersed. The fall of Alamut marked the decline of the assassins as a significant power. However, their influence on espionage and covert operations endured, leaving a lasting legacy. Over centuries, myths have shrouded the true nature of the assassins. Stories of hashish-induced fanaticism and exaggerated legends were often spread by their enemies or misunderstood by outsiders. Modern scholarship suggests they were a disciplined and highly organized group driven by spiritual devotion and political necessity. The assassins were not mere villains but key players in a turbulent era. The Persian assassins mastered the delicate balance between force and intellect. Their story challenges us to consider the unseen forces that shape our world and the enduring impact of those who operate in the shadows. As we reflect on their legacy, we're reminded of the power of dedication, strategic thinking, and unwavering commitment to a cause. What other hidden stories from history await our discovery? If this exploration into the mysterious world of the Persian assassins intrigued you, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with fellow history enthusiasts. Don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the untold stories of the past. We'd love to hear your thoughts. What fascinates you most about the assassins? Let us know in the comments below.